Hi, Reeses and KitKats. Yesterday we worked on multiplying decimals. Today we're going to be doing a review of order of operations. Again, these are some things that we struggled with most on our MLQ from before the break, so we really need to make sure that we're as focused as we can be so that we're getting them down because we're not going to have much time after this to go over them more. So let's look at that first problem and do it together. So it's 6 squared times 2 minus 4 plus 2. On your paper, you have a checklist. I'm just going to write down a small short checklist here. So parentheses, exponents, addition and subtraction, multiplication and, I actually messed that up. I hope you guys caught my mistake. Multiplication and division, and addition and subtraction. Okay, so I'm going to look at this problem and then look at my checklist. So the first thing I'm going to say to myself is, okay, I need to solve my parentheses first. Do I have parentheses in this problem? I look at this problem, I do. So that's the very first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to solve inside the parentheses. Then I'm going to rewrite everything else exactly the same way. I'm going to keep my parentheses, and I'm going to rewrite 6 squared times 2. This is the most important part that a lot of us forget. We just rewrite everything exactly the same. So now I go to the next one on my checklist. And I'm going to ask myself again, do I have any exponents? Then I'll look over here, and I do. I have 6 squared. Remember, 6 squared is not 6 times 2, so don't let yourself get confused. So I'm going to solve 6 squared next. I'll solve it over here, if you guys can see that. 6 squared equals 6 times 6. Make sure you're copying this down on your paper. 6 times 6, I know is 36. So I'm going to replace 6 squared with 36 and then rewrite everything exactly the same way. So 36 times 2 minus 6 in parentheses. Okay, now I'm done with parentheses, I'm done with exponents. So I'll check them both off. I don't have any more parentheses or any more exponents that I have to deal with. So next I have to do multiplication and division. Remember, when we do multiplication and division, that doesn't mean we do multiplication first and then division. We just do whichever one comes first from left to right. Thankfully in this problem, I just have one example. So I'm going to do 36 times 2 because that's the only multiplication or division that I have. So 36 times 2 is 72. So I'm going to write this down here. Again, rewrite everything the exact same way. I don't have any more multiplication or division, so I'm going to check it off. Done. Then go to addition and subtraction, because that's the only thing I have left to do. So 72 minus 6 is going to be 66. And that's our final answer. So put that on your paper. Now I want you to pause the video. Again, make sure that you're actually pausing the video and doing it on your own so you're getting the practice. Pause the video. Try doing number 4. I'm sorry, the problems are number wrong. It should be number 2. It's labeled number 4. But the second one, which has the checklist as well, and then restart the video and we'll do it together. Okay, I hope you've paused the video by now. So the problem is 2 plus 9x minus 3 plus 1. If x, I'm going to write this up here so you guys can see it, x equals 3. So before I even get to doing my order of operations, I see I have a variable. So the first thing I need to do before order of operations is substitute for that variable. So I'm going to rewrite it. Remember, put parentheses around that variable so that you know that it's multiplication, because a number next to a variable means multiplication. So it'll be 2 plus 9 times 3, because x equals 3 and we're multiplying, minus 3 plus 1. Okay, I'm going to rewrite my checklist over on this side. P, E, M slash D, A slash S. So I look here. I see 2 sets of parentheses. This set of parentheses, though, in this case, just means multiplication. However, this set of parentheses, you can simplify more. So I'm going to simplify this one first. 3 plus 1, we all know is 4. I'm going to keep my parentheses and rewrite everything else the same. So 2 plus 9 times 3 minus 4. Remember when you have a subtraction sign or an addition sign next to a parentheses, that just means you keep the sign and ignore the parentheses, right? So at this point, I can even remove the parentheses. Okay, so now I look and I say, okay, my next step says exponents. I don't see any exponents. So I'm going to put a check next to parentheses, put an X next to exponents because we don't have to do them. Then I'll go to multiplication and division. I see one example of multiplication right here. This is the only one, so I'm going to solve this one and then rewrite it. So it'll be 2 plus 27 minus 4. Now we're done with multiplication and division. Now we move on to addition and subtraction. Remember, we don't necessarily do addition before subtraction. We just move from left to right. So I'm going to even put an arrow below addition and subtraction so I remember. I'm moving from left to right, adding and subtracting as I go, because all I have left is addition and subtraction. So I'll do 2 plus 27, which is 29. Then I still have one more that I have to do. 29 minus 4 is 25. I hope a lot of you guys got that one on your own. I know you guys are definitely capable of doing this. Now I want you guys to finish the rest of the problems by yourself. You have 6 more problems to do. Then you're going to go back to the bit.ly website, the DTA 6 Math website, and you're going to click the link that says check your answers just like we did yesterday. Then in these boxes, if you got any of the problems wrong, you're going to rewrite the problem in this box, and you have extra workspace to try and solve it again so you get to the right answer. I want to see everybody who gets a problem wrong doing it in those boxes, okay? I want to see you writing it out so you get into the habit of getting them right. Awesome work. Good luck, guys.